All right, warning, this video is scripted, satirical comedy made exclusively for the purposes of comedy. It's jokes. Real offended, that's the name of it. What the and is not intended to be taken seriously by anyone. This is not real commentary. It is fake. Let's get into it. The photo on this joint was crazy.
All right, so for this video, I want to
look at this. This has to be racist. I don't know why, but this is racist. Something about this, it just doesn't. Flakko, what was you? This has to be a stuttering. This is a stuttering face. This is the type of face that you make when you have to. You do not make this face for any reason other than you're trying to get a word out so bad. You're like, and you can't get it out, so you're like, you start standing up. You're like, yeah. Trust me, I know.
you guys about this super funny situation where Poetic Minyango Jala, or simply Tokpa,
Frederick Jala is my real
is
name.
having major issues with Adam 16 because the 16 refuses to obey him. Now I'll explain what I mean by that. So Poetic Jala believes that he has a lot of clout.
I'm sure Bree has more clout than me and probably everyone in this room, but I don't know because I'm not tapped in.
He's got this illness in his mind where he believes that he's not this widely hated mid-level YouTuber who's a massive lolcat. Jala believes that, and I'm not kidding about this, he believes that he is the next Charlemagne the God. I'm not kidding. He thinks he's a celebrity, okay? This is not, I'm not even exaggerating.
Charlemagne the God.
And so what's been going on is Jala has been attempting to dictate to his co-hosts, who he believes are beneath him. He's trying to dictate to them who they can and cannot mention on No Jump.
I'm not giving like clout chasing no.
Oh, so Rich Trapper?
But y'all love to give clout for some reason. But what is wrong with y'all? Like, I'm gonna tell the story and mention the people that matters.
So he mad at him?
No, no. There goes some more clout.
I didn't even say his real name.
I'm saying, bro, why even give the clout chasers who have nothing going on? I'm telling him, do not even like
Beyond.
So a man whose entire identity is seeking the most clout he can get. I've worked so hard, and like most of us here have worked so hard, bro, to really like build our names, bro. And y'all wanna do, y'all do it, bro. Just don't do it when I'm here, bro. Cause
Flakko, cut it out. I've worked so hard. If you are this big, the words "I work so hard" should never come out your mouth. It's just some things that you don't say, right? Like, man, I've been working hard, Flakko. You've been working hard. Come on.
Cause I don't even right. Cause here, bro. Like, okay.
Oh my God, bro, that's a foul shit. Hey, you can't be doing us like that. This is rude. I represent the stuttering community, okay?
Let's look at that again. So
hey, bro. If y'all wanna do, y'all do it, bro. Just don't do it when I'm here, bro. Cause I don't even right. Cause here, represent, right, bro? Like, okay.
Wow. So let's look at that again. So whenever Jala gets upset, his shit.
See, look. I told you it was a stuttering face. Look.
Here, represent, right, bro? Like, okay.
Wow. So
look, did I tell you? You don't think? Listen. That, I told you, that's the face that only somebody that's in the middle of a deep stutter can come with. Only a deep, like, you're trying to get it out. I've been there, I know.
Let's look at that again. So whenever Jala gets upset, his just starts skipping, doesn't it? Look at this.
Here, represent, right, bro? Look, do you think that Charlemagne the God, after working as hard as like he worked, will respond back to us and on this platform?
Yeah, I'm about to say
no.
So Jala is clearly out of his mind. His pathology in his mind is such that his egomania is so out of control that he thinks that he has the authority to tell people what to do.
No, I'm giving you all the info. I was gonna give you all the.
Please don't drink liquor right now.
This isn't liquor.
This
is coffee.
Okay, sure.
Coffee.
What the hell?
Oh, so did you see that? So he's like, oh, it's coffee? Oh, okay, well then I'll allow it.
What? I'm weak.
Lush is like,
Look at that.
"It's
Look
coffee, fool. Shut the up, fool. And I'll drink what I want, full on Westlows." What? So Jala clearly has a false sense of authority at No Jumper, and I think the 16 notices this. And so what the 16 of Nashua is doing is he's deliberately hiring and associating with all the people that Jala doesn't even want mentioned on the show. This is crazy. So Jala and the 16 might have conflict. This is so important. I want to show you this clip of the 16 saying that he's going to hire ODM Slim, hopefully.
Shout out to ODM Slim becoming a member. Flakko is laying down the law, acting like he's just never going to talk to us again if we do an ODM Slim interview. Personally, I'm down to have him on the channel, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Now, it is important to note that ODM Slim went on a campaign with Change.org to get Poetic Menyengo Jala deported back to Africa.
Frederick Jala is my real
As
name.
a United States citizen, I have a right to be protected in my own country.
I told you ODM is not one to play with. ODM is a fool.
What are you talking?
Stupid, though. This nigga stupid.
As a United
So
States,
you trying to get him deported?
listen, this guy's
All right, go
that's
ahead,
my
go
spill,
ahead.
kid.
Go.
That's a little place.
No, bro. The first time I see ODM Slim, he was talking to Wack, going back and forth, and Wack was like, "Yeah, ODM, I knew you was at the studio, and I could have pulled up on you. Man, I'd have sprayed the scene." He's like, "Y'all have put up, I'll spray the scene." He knows how to make it funny.
Shout out to ODM Slim becoming a member.
He said that thing he just
Oh
got
my
beef
God.
with some of your employees or something like that, or whoever he got beef with. I didn't.
But I'm real though said the sheriff got Flakko DJing with no equipment. He trying to call the ice truck. I'm weak. Yeah, exactly. He calling.
Ask him who he got beef
I think it's just Flakko.
The thing is,
So this is really important here. So the 16 is going out of his way to get all of Jala's enemies on No Jumper to speak on Jala. And this guy right here, Young Ant Hefe, was one of the people that Jala tried to block, but it didn't work because the 16 finds people that Jala doesn't like, and then he brings them onto the show to talk about Jala. This is Young Ant Hefe, and Jala hates him. Jala wants him jobless, broke. He wishes he. What? Jala hates Young Ant Hefe,
Whoa.
and guess what? The 16
Whoa.
hired him to be
These
a
are
No Jumper
jokes.
host. And what's interesting about Young Ant Hefe is that he doesn't go after Jala. He doesn't have a problem with Jala like ODM Slim does, or Rich Trapper does, or the countless other people. He doesn't have a problem with Jala. Jala just hates him because he doesn't think that he deserves clout. What? I'm not kidding.
Called, I think, like young.
Flakko, back up from the camera. And why are the glasses always crooked? Maybe it's just me, but
Or whatever his name is, I don't know him. Somebody sent me a clip where I
listen, nobody with this can. You've been working hard, Flakko. Really, you've been working hard.
seen the Big 22 are saying he's about to interview Young Ant. Why?
Young who?
Young
Aunt
Ant.
Hefe.
So people are like, why wouldn't you want people to interview Young Ant Hefe? And then Jala tells a lie and says that Young Ant Hefe has been having a campaign against No Jumper for the last 6 months, which is not true.
If we have the president of nobody enemies being, you feel me, and like that, who went cloud chasing and on like my name and like No Jumper name for a while, right?
See, I didn't even know that
I
you
didn't
had
even
issues
know
with
that.
that.
So Jala continues to try to dictate, even in front of the 16's face, who No Jumper should and should not be interviewing based on his personal little vendettas and stuff like that. And so Jala is actually extremely pathetic. And so the 16's just getting fed up with Jala. He doesn't want to fire Jala because he thinks Jala will go on like a big campaign against him and make 100 videos about him and expose all of the secret.
course he will.
And so he's trying to get Jala to quit by inviting all of Jala's ops on this. Isn't that interesting? How
is
all
kind
of
of
Jala's enemies are being offered spots on No Jumper. We've got this King Pill that Jala hates that just got, take a look at this.
He tried cloud chasing with me, but I just completely like block him off immediately. And then I look up a week later, he's on No Jumper. And he DM me saying, "I'm a when I see you." Bro, like be for real, bro.
Now, I do want to talk about King Pill for a moment here. So King Pill is supposed to have a sanctioned boxing match with 4 Extra for money, like one of those prize fights. And Jala hates this idea. And the 16 loves this idea, and everyone loves this idea, but Jala hates it because he doesn't want to give King Pill any clout.
Yo, we in the middle of New York City, Adam 22. I got a big announcement. I just signed my boy King Pill to a celebrity boxing deal. We got a big fight coming up, 4 Extras. I don't know if
Why is he yanking bro like that?
you really still locked up or not. Maybe that's just a play. Maybe you're just ducking my man King Pill. But either way, we're gonna make this fight happen. Everybody out there, we need y'all to tune in. Celebrity boxing, King Pill, 4 Extra. That's the fight to make. Let's go.
All that little popping and all been popping it. We're gonna see who really get active though. Yeah, let's turn up.
Big day.
And
What
so as
is
the
that
story goes, the
belt?
16
What is
announces
that
this
belt?
boxing.
That is a piece of cardboard. That is a piece of cardboard that he colored gold in the middle.
Pill and 4 Extra. 4 Extra ended up turning down the fade. What? And so King Pill got upset about this and decided to go to 4Extra's neighborhood and start making videos and posting trolling videos, okay? So I guess that guy draped in that red bandana was King Pill, and this was all just a big marketing scheme. It was very idiotic, and no one thought it was cool. But this is where Jala starts blaming Lush One Bot for this whole thing. And he's blaming Lush because he doesn't want to blame the 16. He doesn't want to openly call out the 16, so he's doing it vicariously through Lush. What? He's blaming the 16 through Lush. He's taking out all of his anger toward the 16th onto this bot.
Flakko doesn't want to call out directly Adam, doesn't want to call Adam out directly, and clearly has a problem with the way Adam runs his business in certain aspects. I had no idea this fight was set up. I had no idea this was a thing. But instead of Flakko calling out Adam, he calls out No Jumper and the No Jumper show for incensing the argument, fanning the flames, and agreeing with it.
Joe said, man, he turning on the fade, yo. I think he's scared to fight the homie, bro. They the same size and weight. Oh no, he's scared. Y'all was pushing that line heavy the last show, Lush.
When really what he wants to say is, Adam, why are you doing this? This is Adam, why are you platforming this cloud chaser? Adam, why are you setting up this fight? And Adam, it's janky that you're putting this quote-unquote uncontrollable...
God dang, Lush. Oh, God. How is Lush... Oh, dude, this is a crazy profile right here. I'm just saying, this is a crazy profile.
...potentially in Los Angeles County. Instead of saying that, he wants to blame No Jumper. He wants to blame me. But since what you want to say is, Adam, I don't like that you did this. Adam, I don't like that you're platforming this.
Now, it's kind of crazy to think about, but Lush is 100% spot on.
What?
Jala hates the 16, and he is taking it out on Lush. I want to show you this next clip where Jala starts getting real mad. And he starts putting his finger in Lush's face and like sternly lecturing Lush on what he's doing. But he's not, he would never do this to the 16 because he knows.
Flakko has to know that when you make weird faces like that, you want to come back from the camera, give a more wide angle. But he comes so close to the camera and does these weird lips. Maybe he's smart enough to know that the more people make fun of him, the more it helps him. Maybe he is.
That he needs, so Jala needs No Jumper, unfortunately. And this became evident when Jala moved to Texas for that.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he needs No Jumper now. Not at this point. Me personally, I don't think he does anymore.
A few months there, he wanted to move, but when he moved to Texas and he was no longer on No Jumper, he became instantly irrelevant overnight. So he moved back to No Jumper because he was suffering. He was gonna, his YouTube channel was, and it was fast, and he did not anticipate that. He thought that he didn't need No Jumper anymore. He thought that he got the starter pack that he needed, and now he has enough clout to move on with.
But I'm Real though said violated with the slow-mo.
Without No Jumper.
I don't know, was that a joke at Lush? Are you making fun of Lush?
But that was false. He needs No Jumper.
Maybe that
when
was
he
too
moved
inside.
to Texas. Remember what? So a lot of people don't know about this because it's been buried, but this is true. Poetic Minyengo Jala told his audience that he moved to Texas permanently to become the new father of his sister's son, his nephew. What? He told everyone, I'm a father figure now. I it's my responsibility to raise this young man. And he was really just trying to get everyone to think that he's this great guy, when in fact that was all a lie, and he abandoned that lie very quickly.
Jala.
But I wanted to show you this lie. This is Jala claiming that he is stepping up to be a father.
Where do we start?
This.
Let's go back to October when I left LA.
Not only is he doing the I'm a father, but he got the freshest cut he ever had in his life. This is the freshest Flakko has ever physically been in his life, period. He did all that just, I'm a real father. That's crazy. That is kind of wild.
Now, a lot of speculations have been thrown out there as to why I left LA. Some YouTubers said I left LA because I went broke. Some YouTubers say that I left LA because of them. The truth of the matter is, I left because a family member of mine.
Flakko, you see how I know right where to fast forward you at? That's because every time I listen to you, I have to do that. I give it a few seconds. Okay, that's what he's saying. Let me get a little click. Oh, what do you know? Right on.
Got incarcerated. And my nephew was left unguided. And he needed somebody to step in.
Hold on.
And because a family member of mine got incarcerated.
You stole that story from Brandon. That's Brandon's story. You lying dude. This is the same thing that weirdo Brandon was saying about his sister and why he had to take his sister's daughter to CPS. It's the same story.
And my nephew was left unguided, and he needed somebody to step in to help raise him, guide him, as his mom is in prison.
Oh
so
my God.
I stepped in. Now, while moving, I thought it would be a chore.
So I sister's house to walk
Okay,
here.
I was
Jala
about
said
to say, if you don't start talking right now, I'm finna fast forward. I cannot take more of this.
that he moved. He did not say that he was staying at his sister's house to watch her kid or anything. He said he moved and that he was the new father figure in his nephew's life. What? I swear, people in the Reddit can confirm this.
Bro, that's a fact. You know, stealing the Brandon Jamal storyline is definitely criminal, but also Brandon Jamal lied about that storyline too. So I don't know if I don't know where they both probably stole it from somebody else.
People in the comments can confirm this that saw this. Jala told everyone that he was a father now. So what ended up happening is his YouTube channel just fell completely the off, and so he decided to ditch that little story and move back to LA and then started the news, which is basically Jala takes topics from his own YouTube channel and talks about them on the news so that his videos get recommended to everyone who just watched the No Jumper news. It's very simple, and this is how he regained.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Except for it's not just the people who watch the No Jumper news, because like I said, he has that audience already. So that's gonna be there. What he's doing is talking about the stories that nobody else wants to talk about. That's literally what he's doing. Every story that comes across his desk, if it's interesting, he just did a video on R. Kelly. Flakko just did a video on R. Kelly being innocent, basically. That's what I'm saying. He's doing that type of shit. That's why I'm like, he found his lane, because I'm not, like, come on now.
His numbers on YouTube, and you can see what his numbers look like in October 2024 through the time that he came back in early 2025, and then the skyrocketing of his numbers.
Tripp said, nah, Brandon Jamal proved that true. I didn't see that. I didn't see him prove anything, but I did see his sister come on and completely debunk the story right after he was on Marquette. He went on Marquette's show. Marquette asked him about it. Marquette brought the sister on right after, and the sister cleared everything up. And after that, he would start acting weird.
Numbers with the.
But shout out to him though, I guess,
Big U and
Matter of fact, tell cuz he blocked me too. That's another one of my victims. Not even really, because I didn't really say nothing to the kid. But yeah, he blocked me too, because I was in his inbox saying some stuff. Crybaby, I don't like crybabies, man.
Indictment. What? And all the people getting and stuff like that. Jala really had a field day. But as you can see, the numbers are coming back down. He's not very talented. He's not this great. People think that Jala is this like entertainment savant. His videos.
Who thinks that?
Actually suck, if I'm going to be real. So he needs No Jumper to algorithmize his videos. He needs to be talked about on No Jumper so that his videos get recommended to a larger audience. His YouTube videos, that is. So he needs No Jumper, so he can't be going and getting fired like Dodson. What? He's got to stay, and
I agree with that part.
Only he wants to stay at No.
I agree with that part only in the sense that that's what he believes. He believes he needs No Jumper, so he's gonna try to do everything to keep it. But in reality, no, he does not need No Jumper. Nobody needs No Jumper.
No Jumper for the sake of his career, but he can't stand all these gang members. And the 16 has this sick infatuation with gang members, so this is just not very good for Jala. And so in this next clip, we're gonna see Jala just squirming around in that chair trying to blame this whole thing on Lush. Watch this.
When the first body drop, are you gonna feel like, damn, I'm the reason why somebody...
There's no circumstance where I am the reason why any
What the
body
hell?
drops.
Oh, okay, let's walk through it again, okay? Let's walk through it again, okay?
No!
2 hoods.
What is?
Let's walk through it again.
Okay, but you go ahead.
2 hoods.
So I just got to talk about this for a second. So Jala, so this is a person.
Dude, listen. You can take the man out of Africa, but you can't take the Africa out of a man. This is the only thing that makes me think that Drewski might be an immigrant is his excessive use of sandals with no socks. All right? Listen.
Person who has a problem.
All you Africans, I love you guys, all right? I really do. If you want to blend in, you need to stop with the Igoosie feet. Stop with the ashy, gross sister feet with no socks. My feet don't look nothing like this. I would never step outside with no socks on. Never. You know why? Because it's not polite. It's not even sanitary. This is what I'm saying. This is a pure African thing. Y'all be coming to dinner and stuff around people with shoes off and all the musk from your feet coming off it into my atmosphere while I'm eating. I'm pretty sure this is an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. But listen, in America, when you're around people, it is impolite to just have your feet out all the time. Now, if you live with somebody, then that's different. But if I got company coming over, I'm not gonna just be chilling with no socks on, nasty feet out. This is gross.
Problem giving other people clout. Look at this outfit.
What?
This is virtually insane. I've never seen.
The worst part of this, oh my God, dude, this is like he has every African stereotype going on right now. The terrible head shape, sorry Flock, the terrible head shape, the weird beard, the nasty toes outside of the slippers with no socks, and dress pants. You got the nerve to have pinstripe dress pants on too, with a hoodie? Do you know that the joke is that, who is that, Patrice? Patrice, like, what am I doing in Africa? Fighting some goofy war with sweats and dress shoes on? Flakko, I tell you, you can take the man out of Africa, but you can't take the Africa out the man. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, we are not from Africa, all right? We're from America. We invented civilization. We did, here in America. Black Americans, we invented civilization. Think about it, the Europeans, y'all had to learn how to bathe from the Moroccans. Y'all didn't even invent bathing, let alone civilization. Y'all came over here and we had been wearing clothes and headdresses and dressing up. We invented that. Like, this is crazy right here. Oh my God.
Anything that, what in the hell is this?
What is
How
it?
is this even possible? Look at these godforsaken clothes.
Look at the toes, look at the toes, please.
He's got an Amiri hoodie on.
Oh my
In
God.
June, we've got pinstripe cargo slacks.
Dude, I can't believe this. I can't believe he would legitimately put open toe sandals with ashy feet, his feet looking like the way they looking, and actually put dress pants on.
What?
That's insane. These are prescription only. These pants, these were prescribed by a doctor, a bariatric doctor, a doctor who deals with a lot of fat people. And he's got look at these. These are the Minyango Airs.
What?
Really, really
No,
disrespectful to
dude,
have this. And he's got.
This is so disrespectful. This is disrespectful, for real. There's nothing wrong with having toes like this, it happens. My toes don't look nothing like this. They're not sight for sore eyes. I have my socks on when I'm around people. This is what we do here in civilization.
Got his butt crack out, his runs all the way up to his shoulder blades. So you know that his crack is fully exposed to this couch. These blankets that you're seeing, this blanket that he's sitting on, that's
crazy.
not by mistake. They put those on there because of Jala's crack. And you can see Lush scooted he's like, I'm not trying to sit on.
Oh my God, that's a fact? I did not know that. Wow, they have those there for Flakko when he's there because his crack is so nasty. Evidenced by the fact that Lush is like, hell no. Although his phone is face down on it right now. Although his phone, yeah, that's disgusting. So you're about to take that phone, right? Type on it, and then Flakko's crack juice is gonna be on your fingers now. And then you're gonna start touching your nose. You have Flakko's crack juice in your nose right now, Lush. This is a fact. This is a 100% fact.
Jala's disgusting tarps.
What?
These are Jala tarps. She's like, nah, fool, I ain't.
Dog, calling it a tarp is crazy. Like, dog, you are so big that when you come in, we gotta get the tarps out. Bro, that's crazy. Dog, come on. You can't, that's what I'm saying, the work.
Sitting on that
He's working, don't get me wrong. Flakko is working, but he's not working hard.
shit. I know what goes on that on West Los, homie. And so Jala's fully extended. He looks like he's doing the crane.
Yeah, that's
I mean, how
crazy.
disrespectful is this? And he had to shift his weight around and sort of wiggle around to get into this position so that he could extend his arms. Like, if he would have extended his arms like this in the position he was at, he would have fallen over. It's a weight distribution issue, okay? So Jala is completely out of pocket just being himself. Does this make sense? It's virtually insane. I mean, are you out of your mind? You're going to come on No Jumper looking like a gluttonous hobo that just got done digging through the lost and found? I mean, you look absolutely disgustingly terrible. His toes are just hanging out. They're just looking gross as the shortened crusties. They're just...
Dog, the tarp, that might have been like low-key the most poignant joke of the whole thing. We gotta get the Jala tarps out.
throbbing with fungi, and they're just disgusting as people don't want to see or smell this, but Jala,
Dude, people don't want to see or smell this. But you know why he thinks this is okay? Because he's African. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm saying that this, since the 90s, comedians, black comedians, have been making fun of African people for wearing church items with regular items, not in a fresh way, and having their feet out all the time. This is what we make fun of you guys over 30, 40 years now. And he still does it. It's like they can't help it. It's like they can't physically put socks on, like magnetism. They're physically incapable of wearing socks. If you know an African person, go find it right now. I guarantee you they're not wearing socks. They have their feet out right now.
like can't get those socks on. He can't get the, you know, he's got shoes. What? He's got a pair of shoes in his.
See, and you know what? And it's like, even if you wanted to put them on, the bigness too, right? Because you know, in order to put socks on, you got to come up here. Him being able to bring his leg up here? Are you serious? You think he can put, now that I think about it, can he physically put socks on? Is that even physically possible for Flakko? This is crazy. Look at this, look at this. How do you put socks on? I gotta either bring my leg up here, right, and hold it like that, or I gotta come down here, bend over, put them on, or I gotta sit down, and I gotta be able to bring my leg up here. He can't do any of these motions. That's why, dude, but it's like I said, it's the African thing, because even big people, when you can't do it, they will figure out a way. Like, they're gonna roll it on or get a sock roller, get something that holds the sock right here so they can slip it in. But he wouldn't like ever think to do that because of the African thing.
Car, but he doesn't want to put them on because of the effort that it would take. The energy expenditure to get socks and shoes on exceeds what Jala is willing to expend.
That's crazy.
So
that's a diabetes foot if I ever saw one. I shouldn't even be saying
socks
that.
and shoes
that's
on.
This is, I'm sorry, that's not right. That's not right.
Exceeds what Jala is willing to expend.
Oh!
So I don't want to get too long-winded here, but man, this is really, man, that's just really out of pocket. Okay, so I just want to continue with this clip. Jala is going to continue grilling Lush,
who had no beef whatsoever with each other at all, no interaction at all. One person who had no business being entertained because that person had no clout, had no type of relevancy. He has no clout. He's a nobody. Y'all contrived this storyline up. Now the storyline that y'all contrived up is now getting to a point where somebody is going to a hood with a.
When he says
at
y'all,
what point do you say no? Come on.
when he says y'all, he's talking about Adam.
No.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to admit
No
it.
Jumper podcast. You was there that day talking about 4 Extra was scared. Let's cut it out.
I said 4 extra scared. I said 4 extra scared.
You said
Exactly. No, I did not say
so
that.
it's really easy for Jala to tear into Lush because he hates Lush, always has. He wants Lush fired. Lush is targeted by Jala for firement. And Lush is next. It was Dodson, and now it's Lush, the two people that exposed him for lying about his past. So he has a grudge against Lush, so he's really tearing into Lush, even though he wants to tear into the 16, but he can't because he needs no jumper. And he can't turn on the 16 and get fired because then his YouTube numbers will go down like 60%, as we've seen in the past. So I think this is really funny. I'm interested in how this is all going to play out. I'm wondering if the 16 is going to say, Jala, get the out, you stank motherfucker. If the 16 fires Jala like on the show and makes fun of him for like 2 weeks straight afterwards, I may never cover No Jumper again. What? I may be like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'll talk about I'll start a cooking show. That's not a promise, by the way. I'm probably just joking about that, but seriously, that would be really funny if Jala just was just like, we're sick of your clout chasing ass. Get the out. That would be really funny. So one can hope. One can only hope for that. For entertainment purposes only, I'm sure Jala will do just fine without No Jumper. That's what everyone says anyways, but his YouTube channel will, and he will become completely irrelevant. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next.
Yeah, like I said, I don't personally believe that. I don't believe that Flakko needs No Jumper. For him to have done what he's done already is a testament to the fact that anybody that works at something consistently, not works hard, if you work at something consistently, then you can do amazing things. All right, let's get to speed, because look at how lame these fans are. At least my hairline doesn't go back to the 18th century. Is he serious? No, because I meant Ashton. I don't know why I keep calling him Aaron. But Ashton, see, that's how you know I'm not a fan of his. See, this is how you guys know that I am not his fan. I'm not, wait, are you serious? I keep calling him Aaron. I don't know, I just want, look, Aaron's shoes probably have carbon fiber and springs